Happy New Year, Wrestling Universe! And what a way to kick off 2026? Because tonight, we just witnessed the kind of chaos that reminds us why we can never, ever look away from this business. CM Punk vs Bron Breakker. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The first Raw of the new year. And brother, if you blinked, if you dared to scroll through your phone for even a second during this match, you missed witnessing absolute insanity unfold right before our eyes. This wasn't just a wrestling match. This was a war. This was 7 years of pent-up rage, broken promises, shattered dreams, and pure, unfiltered violence colliding in that squared circle. This was the old guard facing the new monster. This was experience versus raw, untamed power. This was the best in the world going head-to-head with a human freight train who doesn't just break bones, he breaks souls. Let me take you back. Let me paint you the picture of what went down tonight on Monday Night Raw, because this is the story everyone's going to be talking about for months. The arrival. The arena is electric. You can feel it through the screen. Chicago? No. New York? Not quite. But wherever Raw was tonight, that crowd was rabid. They knew what was coming. They knew this wasn't going to be your typical championship defense. They knew blood was about to be spilled. CM Punk's music hits. And the roar, my God, the roar that erupted from that crowd. Love him or hate him, and trust me, people are divided on the second City Saint. You cannot deny the electricity that follows this man. He walks out, World Heavyweight Championship gleaming over his shoulder, that same cocky smirk plastered across his face. But look closer. Look at his eyes. There's something different tonight. There's a darkness there. A knowing. Like he knows what's about to walk through that curtain. He gets in the ring, takes the microphone, and for a moment, silence. Punk stares at the entrance ramp. And then he speaks. Bron Breakker. You think you're ready for this? You think because you've got your daddy's last name and your uncle's legacy that you deserve to stand across from me? Kid. I've broken better men than you. I've ended careers of people who were twice the wrestler you'll ever be. But tonight? Tonight, I'm going to give you exactly what you asked for. I'm going to show you why they call me the best in the world. The crowd goes insane. But then, boom! Bron Breakker's theme explodes through the speakers. And when I tell you the building shook, I mean it literally felt like an earthquake. This man storms down that ramp like a guided missile. No pyro needed. No fancy entrance. Just pure, concentrated aggression. 6 feet tall, 230 pounds of pure muscle and mayhem. The second-generation superstar with everything to prove and nothing to lose. He doesn't even wait for the bell. He slides into that ring, gets nose-to-nose with Punk, and the tension, you could cut it with a knife. Quick question for you, who did you think had the advantage going into this match, the seasoned veteran CM Punk, or the unstoppable force Bron Breakker? Drop your answer below. The bell rings, and all hell breaks loose. Ding ding ding. They don't lock up. They don't circle each other. Breakker charges at Punk like a bull, and Punk, with that veteran instinct, sidesteps and sends Breakker crashing shoulder first into the ring post. The strategy is clear from the beginning. Punk knows he can't match Breakker's power. He has to outsmart him. He has to make the young monster make mistakes. But Bron Breakker? He doesn't stay down. He's back on his feet in seconds, and the look in his eyes, it's feral. It's primal. This isn't just about the championship for him. This is about legacy. This is about proving that the Steiner bloodline doesn't just belong in WWE, it dominates WWE. They finally lock up, and Breakker launches Punk across the ring with a release overhead Bellator belly suplex that has the crowd gasping. Punk hits the mat hard, and for the first time, you see doubt flicker across his face. He rolls out of the ring to regroup, but Breakker isn't giving him that luxury. The young champion pursuer comes flying through the ropes with a suicide dive that obliterates Punk against the barricade. The referee starts the count. The crowd is chanting. And Breakker? He's not done. He picks Punk up like he weighs nothing and throws him back into the ring. This is domination. This is a statement. Bron Breakker came here tonight to do one thing, take what he believes is his. The veteran fights back. But here's the thing about CM Punk that everyone seems to forget, he survived everything this business has thrown at him. The politics. The injuries. The years away from the ring. 7 years in exile, and he came back. And he didn't come back to lose to anyone, let alone a kid trying to make a name off his reputation. Punk starts targeting the leg. Smart. Strategic. He hits a chop block that brings Breakker down to one knee. Then another. Dragon screw leg whip. He's breaking down the foundation. He's slowing down the freight train. The pace changes. Suddenly, it's not Breakker's match anymore, it's Punk's. Anaconda Vice attempt. Punk locks it in. The crowd is on their feet. Is this it? Is Bron Breakker going to tap out in his first World Heavyweight Championship match? But no. Breakker's power is too much. He muscles his way out, lifting Punk up while still in the hold and powerbombs him into the mat. The impact is devastating. Both men are down. The referee starts the count. Here's a question for you, we'll be honest. Did you think CM Punk was going to retain after that powerbomb counter? Let me know. The aftermath. Punk rolls out of the ring immediately, clutching that championship like his life depends on it. He's backpedaling up the ramp, that signature smirk back on his face, but there's something else there too. Relief. He knows he barely escaped. He knows that tonight could have been the night his reign ended. Bron Breakker is in the ring, and he's crying. Not tears of sadness, tears of rage. Pure, unfiltered fury. He was so close. He had it in his hands. And it was ripped away from him, not by CM Punk's skill, but by interference. By chaos. By forces he didn't even see coming. As Punk celebrates at the top of the ramp, the camera cuts back to Breakker, and you can see it in his eyes, this isn't over. Not by a long shot. This is just the beginning of something much, much bigger. Final question, does Bron Breakker deserve an immediate rematch, or did CM Punk prove he's still the best in the world? I need to know what you think. The bigger picture. Let's talk about what this means for the landscape of Monday Night Raw going forward. CM Punk's reign continues, but it's hanging by a thread. That hooded figure? They're still out there. Their identity is still a mystery. Their motives are still unknown. Did they help Punk? Or were they trying to help Breakker but their timing backfired? The wrestling world is buzzing with speculation. And what about Seth Rollins? What about Drew McIntyre? What about Gunther, who's been lurking in the background, watching all of this unfold? The World Heavyweight Championship picture just got infinitely more complicated. And frankly, that's exactly what makes this so exciting. Bron Breakker proved tonight that he belongs in the main event scene. This kid is only 27 years old, and he just went toe-to-toe with one of the greatest of all time. He didn't win, but he earned everyone's respect. The commentary team was putting him over. The crowd was split. Social media is exploding with people saying Breakker is the future. But CM Punk? He's shown once again why he's the master of survival. Love him or hate him, the man knows how to win. He knows how to manipulate situations. He knows how to capitalize on chaos. That's what makes him dangerous. That's what makes him champion. What's next? The questions are endless. Will we find out who that hooded figure was on next week's Raw? Will Bron Breakker get his rematch? Will CM Punk's luck finally run out? And most importantly, WHO is coming for that World Heavyweight Championship next. One thing is crystal clear, the landscape of WWE has been shaken. The first Raw of 2026 delivered in every possible way. The intensity, the drama, the controversy. This is what we live for. This is why we can never stop watching. CM Punk walked out tonight still champion, but he's got a target the size of Texas on his back. Every single person in that locker room just watched what happened. They saw the interference. They saw him struggle. They saw him barely escape. And now? Now they all smell blood in the water. Bron Breakker's time will come. Whether it's at the Royal Rumble, at WrestleMania, or somewhere in between, this kid is destined for greatness. Tonight wasn't his night, but mark my words, the Steiner legacy is about to be reborn in ways we can't even imagine yet. The final word. Tonight wasn't just a match. It was a statement. It was a declaration that 2026 is going to be the wildest year in WWE history. The stakes have never been higher. The competition has never been fiercer. And the chaos? It's only just beginning. CM Punk vs. Bron Breakker gave us everything we wanted and more. It gave us drama. It gave us near falls that had us on the edge of our seats. It gave us controversy that's going to fuel debates for weeks. And most importantly, it gave us a glimpse into the future of Monday Night Raw. The World Heavyweight Championship just became the most dangerous prize in all of professional wrestling. Because now, everyone knows that if you want it, you have to be willing to go through hell to get it. You have to be willing to sacrifice everything. You have to be willing to survive the interference, the chaos, and the absolute madness that surrounds that title. And you know what? That's exactly how it should be. So to CM Punk, enjoy your victory while it lasts, because the wolves are circling. To Bron Breakker, keep your head up, because your time is coming, and when it does, nothing will be able to stop you. And to that mysterious hooded figure, we're watching. We're waiting. And we will find out who you are. 2026 just started with fire. And if this is any indication of what's to come, buckle up, wrestling fans. Because we're in for the ride of our lives. This was Monday Night Raw. This was history in the making. This was wrestling at its absolute finest. And if you're not already subscribed to Wrestling Juice Insider, what are you even doing? Hit that subscribe button right now because we're going to break down every twist, every turn, and every shocking moment as this story continues to unfold. One more question before we end. What match do you want to see next on Raw? Give me your dream booking for the World Heavyweight Championship. The game has changed. The players are in position. And the chaos? It's only getting started. Welcome to 2026. Welcome to the new era of Monday Night Raw. And welcome to the most unpredictable chapter in WWE history. This was Wrestling Juice Insider bringing you the real story. The full story. The story that matters. And trust me when I say this, you haven't seen anything yet. This is Wrestling Juice Insider, and you just witnessed history.